Well, there she is, guys, ready to go. Let's put her outside, give her a little test run.
Hello, good evening. Hi guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of the Batfire build. It's got a nice ring to it, isn't it? Batfire build. And it's ready for covering. By the way, most of this project, well, all of this project has been financed, so all I got to put in is my time. And then hopefully we make a video that's, you know, you find entertaining. I know a lot of you do because you put so in the comments, so thanks for that. Thanks very much indeed, it's brilliant. Let's get on with it. Cheers. Have a look at the perks that you get. Dug out the last piece of green film I used, and it's just big enough, look, to go along the bottom here, so I'm not going to waste it. Now hang on, there's an idea that I picked up from one of my good friends, the Baron Flights. He uses a peg just like this, that keeps everything in place while you're cutting things. Excellent idea. Sometimes the easiest ideas are the best, aren't they? May as well just trim to there, I think. I've got the iron heating up. It's absolutely fundamental to a good finish on your fuselage to have sanded the whole structure really well, because if you don't, you're going to have pimples and lumps and bumps and goodness knows what else. It's not going to look very good. Right, this iron's set to 120. It might be a bit warm for this. Let's have a go. I'll put a little one there, and I'm just touching the, I'm not touching the film itself, just the tip, like that. Oh, this is so satisfying. Oh, poetry in motion. The only thing with this transparent film is when I put the side on, it'll overlap here and it'll get a band of darker green because it's two layers of the film. To be honest, that doesn't look too bad. Actually, it could be a feature as well. So let's just double check that it is stuck down to the frame, which it is. I'm going to put the heat up, maybe 125. I'm just going to very gently stroke this on there. You get it in the light, you can see if it's shrinking nicely, which it is. So there we are. That's the bottom done. The side I'm going to have to do in one long strip. Bit of heat there, maybe a bit there, a bit on there, a bit up there to there. And I'm going to put a couple of darts in it to help it around the corner. This is a job to be enjoyed, not rushed. You notice I haven't cut the darts right to the very edge because it'll open up on the balsa wood. That bit of gap there where everything sort of nothing actually goes in that corner. So what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of green paint, just daub it on there and it will vanish. A little cheat for you. Again, very lightly skimming over the top, very lightly. You'll find the film behaves differently on solid balsa, very slightly. So I'm just going to skim it because there's nowhere for the heat to go. It sort of balloons up, which is good because it's takes the iron pressure off of the balsa. And he leaves one job left to do. That is make the hole for the dowels. How do you do that, Cliff? I'll show you. So you've got a nice neat hole there for a dowel to go in. Nice neat hole there for a dowel to go in. You might want to just wipe the tip of your iron, stop it sort of smeeching. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to do the other side. When I've done the other side, we're going to do the really fun bit, which is the stringers. So there we are, it's looking nice. Quite pleased with that. So there, just try and pull the rockle out there. Say I did originally have a little bit more. There's a little trick you can do here, look. A little trick. A bit of masking tape. And let's try it that way around. You can put that on like that, and that gives you something to pull on. So now instead of trying to pull on that little bit, I can pull on that. I can't put the heater where the masking tape is. Just putting some heat on to shrink it slightly, just to take the ruckles out before I stick it down. Okay, so that's it for the minute. I'm going to do the other side, and I'll come back to you when I start to heat it out. We'll see if we can get rid of these little top wrinkles. All the little glue marks will come off with IPA or something. I think this bit's going to be particularly challenging, but we like challenges, don't we, Andrew? Yes, we do. Right, so what I've done, I cut it oversize, of course. I plan to stick it down the middle and along there, and then sort of pull the wrinkles out as I go. So we go. Okay, there we are. Back soon. Now let's try here then. So I'm going to have loads of wrinkles. Don't forget, guys, worst thing comes to the worst, you pull it all off and start again. No, I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Might be able to rescue this side. Let's just have a go. No, can't do that, can I? It's got to come off. I've got to pull the excess over the top there, so let's unstick it, see what happens. I keep saying to you that if you do mess it up, you just take it off. So that's precisely what I'm doing. This is why we tack it, because if you have to take it off a bit, then it comes off reasonably easily. Okay, right, so I'm just going to pull that over to the side and do it in two bits. Pulling it that way, trying to just pull out the surplus. That's not too bad. Okay, a little bit of progress. So I've stripped off this side. I've decided to do this front bit separately, and that gets rid of the wrinkles on the side. I've trimmed along this edge to there, and I'm just going to go around the cockpit. Hopefully it'll be as simple as just stretching it in. So we go. Using the curved part of the iron, I'm just hoping I can pull it in there. Okay, not bad, not good, but not bad. So this side, it just wasn't going right, so I've done it in two strips. This strip and then this strip. Stop there a minute, but I'm going to try and finish it off with the iron. So I'm going to put the temperature up to say 130. Okay, and it looks as good as the other side, so let's work on the cockpit end. All right. what I'm going to aim to do is to prop it up, measure it up from both sides. I can only do that if it's over this table, so about there I reckon. And now I just need two props which are the same height, both sides. I found 2 pint glasses to the same height, so now I'm thinking if I can get them pretty much in the right place here. Nearly there. 11 and just under 11 and a quarter, just above 11 and 3/16. That is, yes, damn it, 11 and a quarter. So I'm happy with that. Eyeball it down, it's making a good contact all around, so that actually is that. There we go. So just let that set, then I can cut and shape. Well, I've got them cut, but I shape down the angles to go underneath. I'll tidy up that back edge. Still got to glue in the tail skid, but that can now set, and the sun's going in now. That can now set, and I can get the centerpiece covered. I can't cover this yet until I've trial fitted it, make sure it's a nice good fit. So there we are guys, a major step, covering done mostly, still got the cockpit to finish. I've had some ideas about that because that is a nice big open cockpit which will deserve a really nice finish to it. Right, we'll let that set, give it a bit of a tug in a minute. So carved and covered the triangular fillets for the back, pushed in the tail skid, glued that, pushed the dowels in, so they're done. The only thing left to do really is to put the motor in, finish I've got to print out a instrument panel yet, and put the push rods into the servos. I've had an idea because they don't line up too well because I didn't angle the horns. I've got some ball links here and they'll actually do the job quite well. Take the angle. I've got the cockpit instrumentation in. It's just a little cockpit with the 6 dials, a bit of plastic stuck on each dial, and I've got the cockpit windshield in. I think it looks suitably vintage. Now I've got the pilot in, he just magnets in like that, clips on, but I'm not revealing who it is just yet. You'll have to wait to see. Going okay. Pull it tight there. Just gently rub it on. It's going off slightly there. So this is a little bit thin, this piece, so whether I can get away with it or not, I don't know. Putting a little bit of tension on it to keep it in place. Goes a little bit too thin now, I reckon. That's not too bad actually. Goes right down to a tiny little point there, that tiny knife edge point. As long as that's on. Just the finishing touches now, guys. I think, I'm not sure, these screws might screw into this block. Okay. They will look flush. Okay, that's pretty firm. Now, wheels. Wheels, Cliff. Got these wheels. put the pilot, the mystery pilot, back in. I can see his face this side. Who is it? Right. Well, I'll tell you who it isn't. It isn't Ian, because Ian is in the other Da Vinci Flyer 1.5, so you know who it isn't. And I can also reveal it's not me. It is one of my subscribers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. One of my subscribers is going to be the test pilot. I'll see you out in the garden tomorrow morning, and we'll run it around the garden. And I'll probably, yeah, I'll leave the pilot in. You won't see him. Okay guys, see you tomorrow.
Crows are enjoying it.